Let's get this figured out. This road gon' give me whatever I need until I get this vision out. Then they gon' pay me whatever I ask, cause I got it figured out. Family be checking all up on a nigga to see how I'm feeling now. Damn, they love to see a nigga really make a killing now. I put a lock on the game and I hide the code and the keys. I am not playing no games, I really play this shit for keeps. That shit for me.
MaddenHeadz YouTube, what's going on? It is your boy, Coach DC, coming back at you today with another video. And today, fellas, we're going to discuss having strong hands. And what I mean by that is, I get a lot of questions. And so, guys are like, man, Coach, I can get my guy in position. I have no problems doing that. My problem is that every time somebody touches me, the ball my receivers cannot hang on to the ball, no matter, X factors, superstars, whatever they are, and, we talk about the timing stuff. I mean, and in Madden, I'm well aware of the fact that, these little air hit kind of animations, like stuff that you might look at that highlight in fast motion and it looks one way, but then when you break it down in slow motion, you see that a lot of times it's really just Madden forcing you into another animation just because of, I guess, what you're doing. I don't know. They just want to make it more difficult. And so a lot of these cases, I drop a lot of these, and when I go back and look at the replays, if I get a chance to, I don't even get hit at all. It's just that little exorcist kind of animation that you get there, that they hold you up in the air for another second in hopes that somebody will get there and knock the ball out. Yeah, I mean, I gotta start looking at this stuff. This stuff is crazy. Like, watch this. watching Stranger Things. Yeah, man, that's crazy. But is the way that you get around this stuff is to, at the point of the catch, whether you're going for aggressive, secure, whatever the case may be, is to squeeze the button that you're going for, the catch animation that you're going for, and squeeze it all the way to the ground, especially if, you're in contested catch territory, where there's a defender and they're going to basically warp the guy in some way. They're going to warp you to him or him to you. It's going to become a two-man sequence. I guess they just can't get rid of that, because I guess that would create too big of a skill gap, and then people would stop playing. Yeah. But since we do have to deal with this now, I mean, I've been doing this stuff for the longest, so this is nothing new. This is just basic information to me. But it's like, yeah, if you squeeze it out, you get to that catch point. Once you go up for whatever catch it is and you squeeze it out, you're gonna get a better animation, and you're gonna get a better animation going towards the ground, especially if you can get the ball in your hands. And it's a kind of a way when the ball hits your hands, is some of these animations that you're gonna kind of catch it. Look at this back in Madden 20. Sanu, they're in the corner. Yeah, old school possession catch right there. And so it's really just, you get to that high point, you squeeze it out. Here we go on the beta. And it's the same thing. A lot of these guys are not going to click on to the defender in time enough anyway to affect you. So it's basically going to be you versus the AI in a lot of situations. And if the guy does click on, his timing has to be good, because, you can kind of carve out space on this game. Even on 22 right now, there's ways to carve out space, through good stick pressure and good mechanics. You can carve out space to be the guy that animates first, to get your hands on the ball, through the manual catch mechanic, the R1 or RB, whatever, in the timing. But, once you get to the height, you get to the apex of that catch point, you have to be able to be physical enough to take the contact to be able to come down with the catch. I'm not saying it's going to work perfectly every time, but I guarantee you, understand, it's pressure sensitive. Let me say that again. it's pressure sensitive. So, you can go for the ball harder than other times, if that even made any sense. But you just have to understand that, who you have and your receiver. If you understand his attributes, there's a lot you can do, with these bigger receivers that I think we've just been kind of leaving on the table. It's every time it's at the catch point. Once you get to the catch point, if you can, time out the squeeze, all the way to the ground, if you have that kind of receiver, he doesn't even have to be a real big receiver. This guy right here is what, 6 feet, maybe. Decent jumping ability, but it's like it's a timing thing. You get him, you turn him around, get him in position. However you do that, I have my methods, and so once you get him up in the air and you get to the catch point, like I said, it's either gonna be you're gonna be against the AI most of the time. I'm thinking. But there are some guys out there that still click on, like myself. I mean, a lot of guys in my leagues, guys want to do it themselves. And so, I mean, sometimes if you time it out real good, you'll get some of these crazy animations where you start, really doing some sick kind of stuff where you're jumping over guys' heads and all that kind of stuff. And I mean, like, yeah, it's like they don't even really get a chance. Look, he's still looking at the stands. He doesn't know what happened right there. And so, on each game, it's been that way. It's just been a timing thing. And so I think they kind of scale these things. They turn them up and down from time to time, based upon the success, and the feedback and stuff that they get, because they are monitoring what we do. Trust me, they are monitoring what we do. How many times you can look in your play call box and they can tell you how many times you've called a play in your yards. This is the beta. Again, same exact deal. You just squeeze it out. If you can get that guy in position and get him up in front of that AI defender, a lot of times just what we see now is being tough, or much more challenging defense right now, that we saw in the beta. Trust me, we'll get used to it, even if they don't scale it down at all, which I still think just the pick part of it, they should scale down, not the coverage, but the picks, from the AI guys. If they do that, it'll be just fine. So, I mean, we'll see about that. But again, in every situation, it's all about getting to that spot. If you can get short of the spot, and then once I get up, if I'm the first guy that gets my hands on the ball, if I get up before the AI defender, or whether it's a user defender, chances are the user defender will make a mistake before the AI guy does. Sad as that is to say, I still can't do it, but the key is once I'm up in the air, squeeze it out. Look at how his hands, like that grip on the ball. That's how you should think about this stuff, is like you're you're actually catching and grabbing and holding on to the football as you squeeze the button. So the harder you squeeze the button, the harder the grip you'll get on the football. I just said that. Yeah. I won't say it again. But yeah. So it's a method to the madness with this stuff. And so a lot of these little key things that we kind of miss out on is, we leave yards on the table, we leave touchdowns on the table. And I understand that, the AI and all that stuff, they have to balance this stuff out because, like I said, they don't want to create a real skill gap here, because if you actually really created a skill gap here, yeah, that would be that would be bad. Where everyone had to click on. That's what I feel like they really should do on all Madden, or just make maybe a mode like that where the click on happens naturally. We don't even have to do it. It happens for us. Whoever we're throwing to, whoever we're throwing at, the click on happens naturally, and then maybe that'll give us a little bit more time to adjust and make movements and all that kind of stuff. That'll create better animations, because there are animations, and I'm gonna do a video about like a lot of animations that you guys haven't seen. And so there are animations on these, there's been on these games that a lot of people don't get a chance to see, because we're doing all the same things most of the time, like I said. And so, if we could ever get to a point where you start to throw different passes, you'll see different animations like that. You don't get to see animations like that too often. Normally that's an easy knockout or easy pass breakup right there, because what we do is we'll hit the button, at some point, and then we just hit it, and then we want to watch the guy do his thing. No, we got to squeeze the ball. Watch his hands once he gets his hands on this ball. It used to be a point where we should just throw it and then just click to the guy and just hold the button and run, throughout the whole route, and then the catch would automatically happen for us according to where we were running. And it's still kind of like that in a way, but it's too chancy, it's too by chance. But right here, now watch again. Watch when you see those two hands get on the ball. You see that right there? And that's me squeezing it out right there. Squeezing it out all the way to the ground. Look at him. He's cradling that thing like it's a bear, a teddy bear. You know what I mean? Y'all didn't have no teddy bears when y'all young, man. G.I. Joe, Kung Fu grip. You know what I'm saying? I was good on the board, the little board games. A lot of y'all probably not old enough to even know about that. Put the board man on there. Man, it's killing people. Yeah. Me and one of my homies. Anyway, tell y'all how old I am. But anyway, man, so as you see right there, it's attacking the ball at its highest point. If you can get to, and it's not even about really that, it's just really getting to the ball first, putting yourself between, the defender and the football. If you can get yourself in that spot and you go for it before he does, once again, watch the hands. Once you get that squeak right there, catching that point of the football just like he's supposed to in real life, man, they tell you, look that point in. Yep. From that diamond right there, baby. That's all she wrote. Anyway, man, I appreciate each and every one of you guys, man. It is your boy, Coach DC404. Hit me up for the virtuals and sessions at CoachDC404.com. I am out.